So this is a basalt delta, or part of one, and aside from these magma blocks and the lava, which are not nice and hurt you, I really want the basalt and I want this blackstone to build. However, if you listen carefully, you can hear that squelchy squelch, which is the magma cube. Now, I don't like them. They generally beat me up, and so I do not want to be here fetching this kind of block. So I would much rather stay here in my nice peaceful village with my two golems who are looking nicely over us. But the lady of the manor would like to have a country house just here opposite our little village. Just on the other side of that little knoll, you can see I've already built like a very rough bridge to get to the other side to see it. However, she would like it made out of basalt and black stone and all those nice things. And I have no desire to go mining in the nether with all those magma cubes. So the answer then is, other than the blackstone, but for the basalt, is to make a basalt generator. Basalt generator, lava, sand, soul soil, and blue ice. Now, everything except the blue ice I can get easily, but the blue ice is a problem. Now, while we pack for our pending voyage, let's talk about blue ice. I have no snowy tundras or icebergs that I can harvest blue ice from. So I have to make it the regular way by making 81 ice cubes into blue ice. But here's the problem. So where I am now, there used to be snow on the mountains, but it's all gone. There's a couple of other places there on the map, but the snow there is also going to soon be gone because we currently have global warming. I think I probably need to get myself another map. Well, let's quickly go and get that. So when the gods Jang and Mo decided to increase the size of our world, unfortunately, with that, they seem to have raised the height at which it starts snowing, which also then means that they've raised the height at which water turns to ice. So now, when I used to have snowy mountains and I was able to create ice on these mountains here, as we'll soon see, my little water trough that no longer can make ice, I was able to do that. Now, however, the snows are melting, the ice doesn't form, and instead, here where we used to get snow, now it just rains. And so we have a large problem. So I have traveled through all of the different peaks that I have, and unfortunately, none of them are high enough. So I think the highest one is about 110, and I think we need to be up to about 130. So while we take this bucket of water, because we're going to need it on the next place, let's travel over to that peak and figure out if we can try and capture global warming in action. So after an uneventful journey, here we are at that next snowy peak, and it seems we've arrived just in time for sunset. So we might need to think about, that's where we came from. We might need to think about sleeping first before we get on with our little experiment. So after a good night's rest, let's just, oh, that diamond shovel really digs fast. So we're supposed to be making a little trough here to make our ice, or to try to make our ice. but that was a little bit over exuberant, so let's try and repair that back up a bit and carry on with digging that hole. Let's pop in some water, and then hopefully we just need to refill those water buckets, and then we can just stand back and watch the ice form, which I know isn't going to happen. So we camped out here for about 3-4 days, I can't remember, and just watched what happened and watched the snow slowly disappear. Of course, none of my ice formed, and there is global warming. So to spare you 4 days of footage, I've shrunken it down. So with global warming in effect, and having no place to naturally either create or harvest ice, I've decided that I'm going to build a tower that will allow me to build ice at about 130. So I need to just create the tower and then create a nice little ice making machine on the top. So let me get to it, and hopefully we will have some decent results at the end. Just before I started to add the water, the most amazing thing started happening. It started to snow, and the snow started to collect, which proved my point that we would be able to make ice at this altitude. So absolutely delighted, a moment of joy. I think that it's fair to say that some mistakes were made, some bigger than others. However, finally, it was finished. And all we need to do is just switch off the lights, and then the ice should start forming. Must admit I started getting a bit nervous at this point. Not quite sure how long it should take. had to duck for a pesky phantom who was still kind of lurking from the night before. And then all of a sudden there it was, the first ice block. And then surprisingly, it actually started forming far quicker than I expected. And all I had to do was just run around the top, and there was my ice. So I'm just going to crack on and keep digging up this ice, and then next time I will make some blue ice, and we can go down into the machine room, have a look around there and see all the things that I've built, and then we can finally make that basalt generator and start creating some basalt for the lady of the manor, because I need to get cracking on her summer house, otherwise she's going to start complaining. Global warming. Who knew it? In Minecraft.